So financial accounting syllabus summary, again 25 to 26 chapters, very lengthy. This is the most lengthy one, FA1 in all three papers of your knowledge level. FA is very lengthy, but we can say the easiest one. For some, majority of students think and they realize that it is easier one. Okay, so here you are going to study double entry bookkeeping. What is a double entry? You know, bookkeeping is something in the previous days when there were no accounting principles were applied. Maybe there are businesses who do not apply these accounting principles. What they do, they simply um, do what? They obviously think about a shopkeeper who is just recording. He has started a small cabin or maybe a stall he has, and daily whatever he is doing, he is just keeping a record. This is called the bookkeeping. The transactions he is recording, okay, daily basis. Then the next day what happens, then another day. So his story of the business is writing. This is bookkeeping. But accounting teaches you that actually in financial accounting, assets are equal to capital equity plus liability. Okay, so this is the main thing you are going to study here. Accounting, this is the accounting main principle. Accounting is based on this principle. Assets are always equal to capital plus liability. This is the idea that we are like where the people who use applies the accounting principles. What happens, because that person, the stall keeper or whatever the cabin person, when he starts the business and start recording, okay, he's just writing each and every day, daily basis is writing something. But what happens, he uh, he might not know that how much is he earning, you know, where the business stands. Is he winning or he's losing? Like after a month, he wants to check his book. Maybe the clear picture, the bookkeeping method would not tell him. But if he applies the accounting principles in his business, assets are always equal to capital plus liabilities. Assets, obviously, when a person starts a business, he need to invest some amount of money. The invested amount, the owner is bringing cash into the business, whatever the building, cash, whatever like vehicle, anything he's bringing into the business. Like there is no business. A person starts, okay, I'll bring something. This is the investment. When he brings the investment on the table, here this is called asset. This is asset. The business is going to be established here. So when we will start with assets, when assets are there, obviously assets are equal to eventually automatically this is called the capital, the investor's money, the owner's money, actually the owner's money. Okay, the person who initiates. So this is capital. So assets, we can say this is 5 million. So cash is also 5 million. Liabilities like from other outsiders, from bank, from family, not particularly family. Okay, you are just bringing cash from your brother. So you need to just give him back. So there is a liability. Friends, family, or business loan, or like bank loan. So in the beginning, first day, when we think about only 5 million, okay, when you just think about, then you think another day, okay, 3 million you will borrow from business. So this is 3 plus 5, and this is 8. You know, this is accounting principles teaches you. This way you are going to record. And double entry bookkeeping tells you that every transaction is recorded twice. So double entry. So you need to check double. Maybe you have made a mistake when we are just writing single entry system. It has so many flaws. So that's why the double entry bookkeeping system introduced by accounting. So this is accounting principle. I was just telling you The person who started the business, uh, so after a month or a year, maybe he doesn't have a clear picture. Maybe he's thinking, okay, he's winning, he has earning a lot, his business is being established and flourish day by day. But eventually, maybe there's a lot of liability, bank liability, whatever. So when he applies the accounting principles, any day, any time in a year, he can check his books and it will tell him that if he's in a loss or in a profit, right? So this is the thing. It is whenever just you do something, so it is always balanced. So this is actually the balance sheet. Those who know, they know actually the balance sheet. So double entry bookkeeping, keep the things simple. I was just trying to tell you that what are the assets when a person starts the asset, like here. This is actually separate entity concept. I need to study here that whatever that he started, then this is the thing. He has some other family members. His children go to school. There are maybe he has to attend some family parties. He has to buy the grocery for his house. The person who starts, like I was talking about the shopkeeper in the beginning, if he just keep himself on the bookkeeping, so he might can't differentiate, might not differentiate between his expenses or the personal expenses or like business expenses. He would treat it simply. He would say, okay, this is a business, I started a business, okay, and then now there is a profit, I'll take cash to home, I'll pay my children's fee, I just gave a present to my friend, I'll pay, I buy a new dress for my wife. Like he would start doing these expenses from this simply. And this will lead him in a great loss. He would not know that whatever he says, business money is my money. But the accounting principles, the separate entity concept says, no, when you started a business, this is actually the business money. You are not allowed to take that money. If you are taking, you are just losing your capital. It is called the drawing. You are withdrawing any amount of money. This is actually not drawing. Is means that the business the shopkeeper has like I'm just talking about the shopkeeper. The business owner simply he withdrew some money, some cash, maybe some inventory, maybe there's a grocery store he runs. He's taking tea, rice, sugar uh, to his home. So this is called drawing. You're selling that and you're also taking that to your home. You need to write each and everything what you are taking. Okay, what you are taking to home. This is not your. This is actually because this is the business money. But actually, the business is actually I value assets are always equal to. I say the assets like business didn't start itself. Okay, how the owner started. So actually, assets are equal to liability. The term is liability. But for better understanding, they say we can just split liability into two groups. One, we can say simple liabilities. This is the outsiders. And then you can see that this is capital, right? So when we start a business, we just make this equation. This is actually also a liability because when the business owner says, I want to wind up, I don't want to do the business anymore. So separate entity concept says the business has to give all the money back to the investors. Actually, the person who started, he is also an investor. So you need to wind up. And I tell you one thing, there is also a lot of thing. Like he started, let's see that assets, first capital is $5. Assets we can say 15, not 15, we can say 7. And there is a liability for other resource 2. This is for year 1, the millions or whatever you can think about. But okay, here I can say after some time, 10, the assets have become 10 million. They are, we can say that 6 million. and here this is the 4 million. So when he is going to just wind up his business, what we are going to, so first of all we have to just pay the outsiders liability. He invested 5. Okay, so we have to just return to outsiders, the other people, the bank loan we have to pay. So 10 minus 6 million, so we'll get 4. So the owner is in loss. He's taking home $4, 4 millions. To understand, right? So this is how it works, because he needs to sacrifice now, because he did maybe plenty of drawings or whatever. So this is like a business. Actually, the person who starts the business, he can start, but he, for if he wants to earn more, he wants to flourish his business, he should not draw more and more from the business. If he takes, he should not write here in the business that, as I tell, that shopkeeper would write, okay, I sold something, then I earned this amount of money, then I paid my children fee, then I went to a wedding ceremony, so I paid to my friend. No, this story the business doesn't need. Businesses simply write drawing. Whatever amount of money you are taking home, you should write drawing, because you are losing your capital. So he would just start writing here. So business expenses are separate. Personal expenses of the business are separate. This is actually a separate entity concept as, and the bookkeeping I was trying to explain. And I told you that what is actually the assets are equal to capital plus liability. So why we say this and how does it work? So this is actually just an introduction. Everything you are going to, a lot of things you are going to study when you are going to study, start studying this financial accounting paper. Very easy one, very practical one. Then the trial balance and preparing financial statements we are going to study. Trial balance, in keeping myself short, I tell you that when you just do double entry, like when you sell something, okay, so sell you write twice, okay, in your books, and then there is a trial balance afterwards. When you close your accounts, there is a T accounts you make, and there are a lot of accounts you make. Then you need to just put everything in the trial balance. There is a term debit and credit. We are going to study here debit and credit. Then you need to see that all the debits are equal to credits. So then you move forward to for making your other financial statements, income statements, and the balance sheet. Okay, where sometimes it doesn't balance, you need to investigate why do we make this trial balance, to check the accuracy of your double entry bookkeeping, if everything was recorded correctly, because obviously we are all are humans. Even if you are using the technology, you're using your computer, and there is some amount of 890, but eventually when you were typing, you wrote it like that. So this can be, because you are using, it doesn't mean that you are using the technology, you are using computer, so it doesn't mean you are not going to make any mistake. You can still make mistakes, but computer like doesn't know was it 890 or 809, right? So these kind actually, even because if there is an MCQ in your exam, it teaches you that if you are using the technology, if you're using the computerized system, it will be free from error. Error can arise anywhere. Like, so trial balance you need to see. Then you need to, maybe if you it doesn't balance sometimes, trial balances, but still there are some mistakes. So how to rectify those mistakes, how to do adjustments. Sometimes in the year end you need to make some corrections, you need to do some adjustments. So how to rectify that error, because as I told you that 890 or 809, it doesn't mean that you don't have any eraser or remover that you remove. There is another thing that you need to pass another entry to rectify that error. This is the science you are going to study, because you know that you can't use the remover here in accounting. You need to use pass another transaction to just rectify that error previously. And then in the end of this syllabus, I think 6 to 7 chapters are related to company accounting and consolidations. 5 to 6 chapters are there. So because particularly the FA1 is for the sole proprietorship, the single person who started a single entity, the person who started a business. typically 16 to 17 chapters are related to that. But then accounting, introduction to company accounting, the shares, how the shares, how do you buy shares, like there is some differences in that accounting of buying the shares. The main principles, assets are always equal to capital plus liability, it remains same, but there is still some more details that you are going to study in company accounting. And then consolidation we are going to study that there is a company of parent company and then the subsidiary company, the parent and child relationship, like the business, how the company works, like maybe there is a company, uh, right, a, b- a parent company is there, company, I'm just making a person, and then there is another company, then you are just going to buy that company, and this is a parent company and this is a subsidiary company, right? So how the accounts reflect, so this is the thing. So where a lot of things, an interesting one, this one as well. The financial accounting you are going to study. So you are going to have the skills of accounting fundamentals, main basics of accounting you are going to study, and then how to record financial transaction and reporting, how to record financial transactions, their bookkeeping, then preparing your accounts, and then making trial balance, and then reporting to the senior managers, how to make reports, very easy ones. When you start studying, it's not difficult at all. You are saying, okay, you are just worried about, okay, reports or something that maybe you are not good at accounting. Obviously, when you start studying, then you would get familiar with these terms. So you would say these are so easy because everything is difficult when you start and impossible when you start. You don't start until you don't start. Okay. So obviously, if you want to reach here, you need to just take the right step, the first step when you do, because obviously reporting is something that you are thinking that very difficult to report someone and how to prepare a report. So here you need to reach. So obviously, step by step, you are going to study. When you start studying your syllabus, you are going to understand how you are going to prepare reports. And then obviously the financial accounting, very interesting one, and a lot of skills you are going to gain from this financial accounting paper. And the confidence in accounts preparation, obviously the person who has completed this syllabus in past, he has the knowledge of complete knowledge of how to record double entry, how to record the transaction, how to prepare report. You just gain so much confidence in just 2 months of study. Again, 80 to 90 hours of study is required. I always say that 2 to 3 hours daily. Consistency is important. Not like that you are going to study in weekends only. This is not your local degree.